बड़े दिन देखे नहीं।
Welcome back to the Gadget Show with me, Usman, and our gadget expert, Raman. And we were talking before the break about the saver meter, talking about how it can save you money. We were just about to get to the important part where it was how much is it, where you can get it from, etc.
This particular product is retailing at a price point of $79.95. And the company, obviously you can go on to the website savermeter.com and buy it from there. But I think the most important point that we would want to stress here is, obviously there are different type of meters available in the market, but this one kind of is a bit unique. And the other thing is, it kind of, these gadgets are becoming relevant because it's a part of the government target to look at replacing all meters with smart meters by 2020. And keeping that in mind, if I think the company which is selling this clearly claims, and I would read that obviously from the packing, and it says full money back guarantee. That means if after 12 months you haven't saved at least the recommended selling price of the saver meter, EcoOne will gladly make a full refund. So, which is quite a strong statement to make, and I guess this much amount of saving, because you will be very conscious of the fact that you've installed this device and you switch off a few lights and put a few devices in sort of standby, switch them off completely. I think there should be enough savings to be found as far as reaching the price point for this particular gadget.
Yeah. So that's one fantastic gadget which is very, very useful as well. Another question that we've been asked when we've been out and about is, obviously a lot of people do want to ask questions, but obviously the majority of the show is in English. So मैं आपसे ये कहना चाहूँगा कि अगर आप कोई सवाल करना चाहते हैं हमसे, उर्दू में हो, पंजाबी में हो, ज़रूर आप फ़ोन उठाएं, नंबर आपके स्क्रीन पर है, ज़रूर आप किसी भी ज़बान में हमसे बात कर सकते हैं और हम आपसे बात करेंगे. कोई भी सवाल हो about technology, किसी मोबाइल फ़ोन के बारे में, TVs, anything and everything, हम आप सब सवालों के जवाब दे सकते हैं. Well, not me, Mr. Raman.
Well, we'll try.
मैं कोशिश करूँगा, मगर.
Well, we'll try, definitely we'll try. But I think it's a gadget show, so obviously we are trying to, it's a white canvas. And obviously, as you can see on the background, we will try and answer your questions. सारे gadgets के जवाब कोशिश करेंगे देने के.
हाँ जी, बिल्कुल.
Great stuff.
We're moving on to the next one. रमन जी पहले ब्रेक से पहले कह रहे थे कि obviously it's the season where काफ़ी लोग gifts वगैरह खरीदते हैं बच्चों के लिए, whether it's Christmas, whether it's New Year's, or वैसे भी, whether it's coincidentally someone's birthday, etc., etc. So what we're going to talk about here, if I just move that out of the way, is one of the top toys which is out at the moment. One of them we're going to talk about is from a very popular series which has evolved over many, many years. I don't know if we can see this one. It's part of the Transformers range. Obviously Transformers started off as a cartoon back in the sort of late 80s, early 90s. Obviously the franchise has evolved into 3 big hit major movies as well. So obviously this is a spin-off from that. It's one of the toys. Raman's going to tell us a quick bit about this.
I think what we're looking at is obviously toys which are coming into the market, which a lot of us would want to, obviously offer to our kids, because obviously they're in that age group. Transformer in general, I believe, has, it's basically struck a chord with a lot of kids. And obviously because of the special effects.
Yeah, it has a sort of fantasy element to it. Obviously you've got a normal everyday car which turns into a robot. So obviously it helps with the imagination. Your imagination runs wild. You start imagining your own,
And if you look at that, I think one of the things that we brought out, which is obviously something called the Arc bot, which is an Autobot Arc. And obviously a lot of us have different toys, and what we want to do is basically have a toy which allows us have a toy which basically becomes a space station. So if you look at this one, obviously it's got a couple of things, which the reason why we picked it up is because it allows you to bring in a lot of peripheral Transformer toys and then integrate this with this into a cyber station. So obviously it's a toy, and as you can see, it unfolds, has a couple of things like the energizing station, and if you see, it has a springboard, and obviously for the toys, it has a lot of things. So obviously you can engage with a couple of peripheral toys, which are the Transformer toys, and obviously have a fuller experience. And I think kids will definitely love it. This is something which is recommended for ages 5 and above, and it's easily available in the market. Comes, unfortunately, the sample that we received did not come with batteries, but I presume does not come with a standard AA set of 2 batteries, but pretty much one of the toys which I guess is going to be which kids would be wanting this year, definitely.
So yeah, obviously it's a very strong brand. We've seen 3 movies come out with this particular one. It's made millions of dollars. Oh, everyone associates with it. I've got, personally, I've got like T-shirts and things with Transformers on it and things like that. So obviously children are definitely going to want it. Anything which is basically a movie or a TV show is the type of thing that obviously your children will be influenced to want. And in reality, they'll probably get if they ask you.
Absolutely, and I think keeping in mind that everyone just fantasizes about spaceships and space stations, Battlestar Galactica, and if you think of these toys and the stories around these toys, the way they are kind of evangelized, you basically have something in the house, for the kid, obviously, which allows them to engage with any form of Transformer toy. And I think all in all, a very, very good pick as far as that is concerned.
That's the picture of the toy in its closed form on screen for you right now. Obviously, what you're seeing in front of us is obviously what it turns into. So obviously, you keep opening it out, it turns into all of this. And then obviously, it's very easy to fold back in, as Raman will probably show you in a little while. It'll just fold back into a smaller thing. So
close that in.
And it's got those little elements in there that will keep the younger children obviously entertained and preoccupied
noise
as well. It ticks all the boxes, really, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
So, it even has jumping toys. Even things jump out. So obviously, it closes back. So yes.
All in all, I would say a good buy as far as the toys are concerned. So something to keep in mind is this is for children aged 5 and above.
Yeah, it does have some small parts to
it as well. So obviously, I would say all in all a good buy. If you're looking at buying toys for kids, specifically boys who are interested in Transformers.
Definitely. Moving on to a more traditional sort of toy that anyone can pick up and play. It's the good old. You can't really get more classic than the toy sort of gun, which we have in this one. This particular one is called the Nerf N-Strike. Do you want to?
I'll let you get on with it, to be honest.
It doesn't really take a lot. Obviously, this is the Nerf Strike. It's your standard pick up and shoot kind of gun. Very safe. Obviously, these are all, it's foam, rubberized parts which go in there. You lock and load. We can see it on screen right there. You can see it looks the part. Obviously, bright colors. You're running around. You can load up the cartridges or the foam in this particular case, the foam bullets in this case. Load them up, run around very safely. Pretty much, you can have fun with your friends.
And I think
this is the kit when you open it up.
You
can see the the foam rubber bullets which are there, which load into the device.
Absolutely. And I think one other thing which we would want to mention is obviously this is quite affordable. Keeping in mind, we're looking at making budgets meet. This is for children recommended 8 and above.
Yeah.
And obviously the key feature of these guns when they came out, and there are a couple of them available, couple of versions available in the market. I think one of the things was that it had a self-loading, barrel, which allows for up to about 10 darts to be stored. Yeah. And obviously kids love it if they are getting, obviously into some sort of a battle in and around the house.
Of course.
I think this is one toy which they could pick out. Something that definitely is been out and about in the market already, and there are different versions, as you've really said, but we picked up the one which is quite affordable. I think it's retailing at about £19 in the market or so, between 15 to 19 depending on which retailer you buy it from. But obviously something, again, we didn't find the batteries coming along in the box, so obviously you'll need to look out that you need batteries, 3 AAA batteries for this, before AA batteries for this before you start using it. Yeah. So I think what we've done is a lot of emails which have come in for toys, and we will try and pick up toys in the next couple of episodes. And I do feel that there's a slight bit of technology in all these gadgets as well, and they've evolved. And I think when you power it on, you get to see that it basically feels as if you're holding something which is real, gives you that impression, and obviously works quite well. Yeah, we've tried that out.
We've tried it out. It's very safe. Obviously, if it does hit you, which it did.
Yeah.
Raman's aim seems to be very, very good. He's got deadly aim. I don't know where he gets that from, but he's got deadly aim. But it's perfectly safe. You know, obviously, when it's hitting things, it's not going to break anything as well, which is fantastic.
Good stuff.
Moving on, we have a website,
yes,
which we want to tell you all about, with obviously the evolution of mobile phones, pads, etc. We keep talking about it. We keep talking about it because it has made that much of an impact in people's lives. Having a phone or having the access to the internet, having access to, you know, technology such as this is become essential in anyone's life. Those of you who own a smartphone, who have owned a smartphone for 2, 3, 4 months, you know you cannot go without it for more than 10 or 15 minutes.
Days, yes.
Never mind 10 or 15 days. So seeing as though everyone goes everywhere with their phone, with their tablet, with, you know, access to the internet, people do lead busy lives. You out and about. Then again, you get to a point where something's on TV that you just don't want to miss.
Yes.
This website will give you access to all of your favorite channels for free. All you need to do is log in. Raman's going to give us a quick demo of this particular website. The name of the website is tvcatchup.com. So we're going to show you the format of how this website looks like. So all you need to do is you need to go to www.tvcatchup.com. You just need to enter a username and a password and you're logged in. Once you log in, you are greeted by this screen here. If you just there you're on.
Yeah, okay.
You're on there. So this is the thing. You've got all your channels, which are Freeview channels. We're going to get a zoom in on this in a little while. So basically, anything you can access on Freeview will be available on this website. So whether it's your favorite soap, whether it's a football match, whatever. As you can see now, Raman's going to show you the list of all the different ones. If we just lean that forward just a little bit. Yeah, if you just scroll up, it's got about 30 or 40 different channels. All of the ones that you can get on Freeview. Very easy to scroll through. If you want to pick a random one, if we just click and play.
Let's pick Dave.
If we just click on Dave now, as you'll see straight away, you've got live stream. I think it's probably only a few seconds delay from what you're going to see live. So high quality format, you can see. Very easy. You can be sat on the train. You can be in the back seat. You can be a passenger in a car.
As long as you have Wi-Fi, broadband connectivity, and obviously I think it works through 3G as well.
Yeah.
As long as you have a good signal and obviously a good bandwidth, I think you should be able to watch pretty much the channel which are on the website.
So obviously this is something, it's going to become essential. Or as we can all see, people have their, you know, people who are very much into sports, new apps are coming out where, you know, you can take your subscription which you have at home with you. Because obviously people like me, I don't like to be without, you know, watching my favorite team at any particular point.
I totally agree. I think one of the other things that we will cover in the show is there is a gadget which is called the Slingbox, and there is something called PCTV Anywhere. Yeah. And with most of us having very busy lifestyles, we travel. I think the whole idea is there are things that you want to watch on your mobile. And if you look at some research data which is coming out of the US, 70% of users there actually use or watch online TV. That means they watch TV on their mobile phone. And if you look at the data within the UK market, which is our own country, obviously, you will see that about 7 odd million users actually have started using data, which is watching, you know, streaming TV either back from their home, you know, through Slingboxes, or they're watching TV on the phone while they're on their move. So we will bring out a gadget in the next show, which is what we've received, wherein we're going to review that gadget. It allows you to watch TV anywhere on any device. So whether it's an Android device, an iOS device, and you can watch it on your tablet, or the iPod, or, you know, the iPad too, and it's basically streaming straight from your, straight from your TV set. Yeah,
obviously the difference between the device that you're talking about and obviously this website is the limitations on a website such as this. If you were to try and access this particular website outside of the UK, you would be blocked because obviously it assumes, you know, being from the UK, you are a license payer, you know, of the TV license. So that's why it gives you that. So when you're abroad, you won't be able to access this. But with devices such as Slingbox, such as PCTV, anything which you have on at home, you can stream to anywhere in the world, which is absolutely fantastic.
Fantastic, technology. Yeah, absolutely, yes, I do agree. One of the other things that I'm going to pick out is one of the apps, obviously for kids, because we have this theme here where we are looking at kids. One of the apps that I've obviously liked on the App Store is basically something called Tiny Zoo. And if I just bring the app onto the iPad here, give me 1 second.
So yeah, we always try and give you different apps. Last week, I talked about the ones that are available free at the moment, from which are given courtesy of BlackBerry due to all of their users experiencing difficulties. Fantastic apps everywhere, but this one is a fun app, an educational app as well.
Absolutely, and this is free to download. Obviously, a good app to have if you have young kids who are growing up. And the whole concept here is you have the zoo, and obviously in the zoo you try and create theme, and you try and create parks, and obviously bring in animals into the zoo. So it's like a game wherein it promotes creativity for kids, where they get to interact with different animals, and obviously get to try our new app. Give me 1 second.
And it's sort of an evolution as well. So obviously you're growing your own zoo. You know, you're bringing in your own animals. So like you said, it does promote creativity. It's obviously teaching the children about the different animals, about placing different things around.
Absolutely. And something which I think kids will love, because the interface on the app is very good. And it allows you to interact with different kind of animal sounds. So for example, it has some fun versions. In the light version, obviously, you can only play with a certain amount of things, but in the full version, you get a lot of things. So in this, for example, in the zoo, you can click on an animal, gives you the sound, and quite interactive, I think, something which kids like, definitely.
Very much educational.
Very much educational. And it's got very nice graphics in it. Obviously, kids have got used to using these products now at home. And when you look at they using the products, and I think at some point in time, my daughter uses this much better than me.
Yeah, you tell me about this all the time. Just a quick reminder for those who didn't hear, what is the name of this particular app?
This is called the Tiny Zoo, and it is available for free to download from the iOS Apple Store. And obviously, it allows you to do a lot many things, including, obviously creating, feeding the animals, creating the themes in the zoo, and obviously importing animals so that you can create new cages and bring in new animals into the zoo.
Wow, so for a game that's free, it does seem to have quite a lot going on, to be honest.
Absolutely, yes.
So I bet that's brought hours of fun.
Yes, absolutely, yes. And at times when I stumbled onto this app, to be honest, I spent a good half an hour on this as well, just to ensure, it's just fun getting in touch with certain things that you've done in your childhood. And believe you me, I spent about half an hour, and I really got addicted to it. So, and then after a point in time when you play this app, and I should say this, it asks you to do an upgrade. So obviously buy more stuff, and obviously in-app purchasing and stuff like that. But I think a great app for the kids to try.
Fantastic. So like I said, I think time is running pretty short, but if there's any questions, अगर आप कोई भी सवाल करना चाहें हमसे, number आपके screen पर आ रहा है. There's many other ways of interacting with us. Obviously, like I said, you can call in at any point during the show. You can email us.
Yes.
Direct. Have we got a Gadget Show email?
Gadget Show at dmdigitaltv.co.uk.
Yep.
You can go onto our website and obviously straight away interact with us on the Gadget Show, which is dmdigitaltv.co.uk/gadget-show.
And also, we also have good old Twitter that I'm a big fan of, which is at dmdigitaltv. You can send in all the questions that you like as well there, and our expert Raman will be more than happy to answer them, because I've been having a look at it myself. Lots and lots of questions coming in from people from all over the world, and obviously you are doing very well in answering every single one and replying to every single person.
So far so good. And I guess what I would request, I would say this in Punjabi, I would request our audiences, अगर तुसी ये प्रोग्राम देख रहे हो एंड तुसी चाहते हो कि असी कोई स्पेसिफिक गैजेट कवर करिए शो ते सानू ओदा कॉल करके दसो ते साडी वेबसाइट ते जाके सानू सजेशन दियो. And we have got lots and lots of things to cover, and obviously what we want to be doing is bringing on products which our viewers want to see, and obviously they are keen on obviously reviewing and getting to know more about these products.
Yep. So I think that's all we've got time for this week. Thank you very much, everyone, for obviously watching, and all of your constant feedback is very, very nice to see. Obviously, me and Raman are out and about. We hear lots of different things about this particular show. Hopefully, with your help and your support, this show will continue to grow, and we will bring you more and more things, more and more how-tos, step-by-step guides on how to do different things. Definitely. I think we'll have to teach the world I think we may have to start with my mum and dad. I'd teach them how to text first, I think. I think we might have to do a guide, simple guides like that, I think.
Open to doing all such things on the show, and obviously I think some of the gadgets that we'll start reviewing from next week, you will get to see that we will try and set it up in front of you and then take you along straight out of the box, and obviously take you along with us in the journey of how to use them, and you know, make it as simple as possible.
Fantastic. So again, thank you very much for watching. We'll be back same time next week. Please contact us throughout the week and we'll be more than happy to help. But for now, it's time for us to go. Thank you very much. Goodbye.